How to overcome self-doubt with action. Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough? Like no matter how hard you tried, there was always a voice inside your head telling you that you'll never measure up. That voice is self-doubt, and it's something we all contend with at one point or another. It can be paralyzing, holding us back from seizing opportunities, achieving our goals, and living our best lives. Today we're diving deep into how to overcome self-doubt with action. This topic is extremely significant because self-doubt not only hampers personal growth, but also impedes our ability to forge deeper connections and make meaningful contributions to our communities. If you've ever wondered how to silence that nagging voice and break free from its clutches, stay tuned, because this video is tailor-made for you. First, let's break down some common misconceptions about self-doubt. Many of us believe that only people who lack talent or skill experience self-doubt. But guess what? Even the most successful people, think Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, or J.K. Rowling, experience moments of doubt. The difference between staying stagnant and propelling forward lies in how you deal with these doubts. Self-doubt isn't an indication of inadequacy. Rather, it's a natural human experience. Imagine a child learning to ride a bike. The fear of falling is real, but the child gets back on the bike because they know that's the only way to eventually ride confidently. Similarly, self-doubt can be a sign that you're on the brink of meaningful growth. Let's redefine self-doubt not as a barrier, but as a challenge to be overcome with tangible actions. No, let's get personal. Ask yourself, how often have you allowed self-doubt to hold you back from pursuing something you love or standing up for what you believe in? How many times have you let opportunities slip through your fingers because you convinced yourself you weren't ready or you didn't deserve them? The truth is, we all fall into the trap of procrastination and inaction because of self-doubt. But here's your call to action. What if, starting today, you decided to take small yet impactful steps toward conquering that lingering sense of inadequacy? What if, instead of letting fear dictate your choices, you made a conscious decision to act despite the doubt? It's discipline. Because the difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of self-doubt. It's the presence of action in spite of it. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about progression. Imagine your life as a garden and self-doubt as the weeds threaten to choke the beautiful flowers and plants. If left unchecked, these weeds can overrun the space, but with consistent action, planting, watering, weeding, you cultivate a lush, thriving garden. Likewise, taking consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals, no matter how small, crowds out the self-doubt. Think of each action, whether it's writing a page of your book, practicing a new skill, or speaking up in a meeting, as a seed you plant. Over time, these seeds grow into self-belief and confidence. When you visualize self-doubt in this way, as something that can be managed and mitigated through action, it becomes less intimidating and more controllable. Let's talk about overcoming difficulties, because significant change comes with its set of challenges. Take Thomas Edison, for instance. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but he viewed each failure as a step closer to success, rather than as a definitive end. Practical advice for us is to break our goals into manageable tasks and celebrate small victories along the way. Let's take it one step further. Document your journey, celebrate your milestones, and, importantly, reflect on how far you've come. These small actions accumulate, and before you know it, you've built an entire scaffold of accomplishment around you. It's not about making grand gestures. Sometimes, the most profound transformations come from the smallest, most consistent actions. So, here's the strong conclusion. And a final call to action, remember, it's not about erasing self-doubt completely. It's about acting in spite of it. When self-doubt rears its head, counteract it with positive actions. Reflect on the small, actionable steps you can take today to move closer to your dreams. Write them down, commit to them, and treat them as non-negotiable. You are capable of far more than you think. All it takes is that first step and the courage to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more content on self-development and success. Let's create a community where we lift each other up and challenge ourselves to be the best versions we can be. Drop a comment below sharing your stories of overcoming self-doubt or the steps you're planning to take. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, your journey starts now. Let's take that first step together.